Hello everybody, and welcome to the Faith Direct 101 webinar. Let's go ahead and get started today. Why does Faith Direct keep parishes informed? As an ongoing client, Faith Direct, we want to make sure we keep our clients informed, provide and remind them of all the pertinent program information needed to utilize the Faith Direct electronic giving program efficiently and effectively in order to maximize results of the program. The main purpose of this webinar is to answer some of the most frequently asked questions that we have received over time from the parish. So let's go ahead and get started and see what some of those frequently asked questions are. Some of the frequently asked questions are, can you remind me exactly how the program works? Is there an additional cost for marketing materials? When is the money dispersed to the parish? What does the anniversary mailing consist of? Can the parish make changes to parishioner accounts? Does Faith Direct provide parishioners with end-of-year statements? When parish staff receives enrollment forms, what do we do with them? And how does the parish go about implementing collection changes with Faith Direct? Let's go ahead and get started with the program introduction portion of the webinar. First, once the contract between the parish and a Faith Direct has been signed, we proceed with the implementation of the program. This would consist of the first portion of the implementation portion is new start materials are always sent to our parishes. That would consist of startup checklists and timeline with request of materials, letter and email copy to be reviewed and approved by pastors. And along with those letter and email copies, if a church has an existing e-giving program, we would do a separate letter and email to make sure we are converting those already e-giving parishioners over from your existing electronic giving company over to the Faith Direct process. And then last, you would receive a copy of the signed contract, the church. Then next, the parish would provide Faith Direct with a list of provided collections and appeals used for the enrollment form, materials and images used for mailings and marketing materials and emails, and edits and approvals of letters and email text for mailings and emails. All this provides Faith Direct. When the parish is providing these materials to Faith Direct, this allows us to create their enrollment form, and then we make sure that we are set up with the letterhead, the signatures, and all the necessary materials in order to create their, set up their introductory mailings to introduce the program to the church and their parishioners. The next portion of the program introduction is, upon receipts of the materials and approvals, Faith Direct, we will send the parish web logos, images, instructions for promoting Faith Direct on the parish website, suggested bulletin text to introduce Faith Direct in parish bulletin, and suggested Mass talking points for the pastor of the church to introduce Faith Direct at Mass. Okay, so next you will see samples of the introductory materials that are sent to our parishes when they are just beginning the Faith Direct program. As you can see, as I mentioned before, you have your program startup checklist. That indicates all the different things that we would need from the parish in order to get the program set up for them. And then over to the left-hand corner, you see a sample of the website guidelines. Those guidelines will make sure you are set up properly on your church website with all the Faith Direct links and buttons so your parishioners can access our website from your website. And then the Mass talking points are the samples of the Mass talking points that we would send to your pastor at the church in order to use at Mass to promote the program. And in the upper right-hand corner, you see some samples of the Faith Direct buttons that would be put on your website along with the links, and sample bulletin announcements that goes in the church bulletins. Okay? Next, the Faith Direct marketing materials. Faith Direct, our program always consistently provides our clients with marketing materials, and all parishes will receive these standard marketing materials from Faith Direct when they start to introduce and promote the program. All churches start with the program. We send necessary materials to each church, and all parishes receive a specific amount of marketing materials up front, enrollment forms, brochures, and posters. This is to allow you to promote the program within your church. And then next, we provide marketing materials live chat discussions, and customer service in Spanish. So any churches that have large Spanish congregations, we can create those marketing materials, the enrollment forms, brochures, and posters in Spanish as well. Next, we can provide the parish with a customized QR code that can be used for parish communication and marketing materials. And next, the parish staff and parishioners can go to www.faithdirect.net to download the Faith Direct application for the iPhone. We have the iPhone app that all churches can be set up to download to show how to download the iPhone app. That gives parishioners the opportunity to access their accounts via their iPhones, and that way they can update their accounts, they can enroll online via that iPhone application. Okay, and then last, we can provide additional marketing materials upon request. So throughout your using of the Faith Direct program, all churches can ask to request marketing materials at any time. However, there's a specific quantity that all churches can request. As you can see, there's additional cost for marketing materials for the quantity over 1,000. No church has to pay for marketing materials for anything under a quantity of 1,000, and you can see the cost in that box for enrollment forms, enrollment brochures. Okay, so anyone requesting marketing materials, you may do so at any time throughout the year. However, any quantity over 1,000, as you can see, there is an additional cost. Okay, next you'll see a sample of the Faith Direct marketing materials. Over to the left, you see a poster, our posters that we send to the church that you place in your church, in and around your church. And over to the right, you see samples of the enrollment form in English and both in Spanish. And then you see a sample of the front part of the brochure, the trifold brochure that goes in all church pews. Okay. Next, the church administrative site. The Faith Direct Church Administrative website contains many useful tools for monitoring donor accounts and their contributions to parish. With the church administrative website, you are able to do quite a few things here. First, you can view and edit Faith Direct donor information. Okay, this allows any church staff to go into the church admin site and edit specific parishioner donor information. Next, they can view and edit parish information. This is if you can utilize this if the pastors change, any church administrative staff has changed, you can update all that information in our system. And three, the main thing that the church administrative website is great for is you can download a variety of giving reports for your parish. Some samples here of projected giving report. You can access a giving history report, live transactions, and pledge summary. So for you churches who would like to know what is your projected giving for that specific month before you receive your disbursement report, you may do so by doing a projected giving report. It's not on here, but you can also do an enrollment report, which if at any time you need to know the number of enrollees that are currently enrolled in Faith Direct, you may also run an enrollment report. 4, you can import Faith Direct donor contributions into your parish database software. This will be spoken about on an upcoming slide. That is considered import files, where you can, any church can export the information out of our system, the Faith Direct system, into their database using a specific software. Last, manually we do have a detailed instructions available on the website. So there is a church administrative manual that you can access on our website, or you're welcome to attend the webinar for the church admin site every third Thursday of every month. So I do really suggest that any church staff that has time to attend that church webinar, church administrative webinar, the third Thursday of every month, I do recommend that you do so you can be able to navigate through the church admin site efficiently and effectively. Next is a sample of the main page of the church administrative website. As you can see, as we talked about, you can do several different things under each under each button, you can see under My Church, you can run update your church's account information, review your current appeals, and maintain your church contact list. Under donor lookups, you have the capability of searching and modifying records for individual donors within your church. Reports, that's what we spoke about the different reports, an enrollment report. You can do appeal summary, the projected given report. Under utilities, that's where you go to do a donor export, where you can export the download file and detailed donor addresses and contact information and run a contribution export. Okay, and then over to the right on that screen, it gives you a brief synopsis of your church giving review and the general donor enrollment review. Okay, so next we are going to get into the debit and transfer process with the Faith Direct program. This process is for all our clients when we disperse the money to you on a monthly basis. As you are aware, that Faith Direct does allow their clients to have the option of having a draft date of the 4th or the 4th and the 15th. So for those churches who only have would like to have access to a 4th draft date, as you can see on this calendar, you do have the draft date being on the 4th. After the 4th draft is conducted, we send you the disbursement report 4 business days after the disbursement report. And then the monies are deposited into the church account on the 5th business day. And the process repeats itself if you are a church that has 2 draft dates of the 4th and the 15th. So if you also have the 15th as a draft date option, you would receive the disbursement report 4 business days after the draft date, and the funds will be deposited in the church account on the 5th business day. Okay, and we will get into this a little bit more on the next page. Okay, on the next page, we're under Administrative Services portion of Faith Direct. We will talk about disbursement reports. First, the disbursement report is basically about how it gives you the opportunity to report detailing. We report detailing of the parishioner contribution, amounts and appeal, designations, total number of donors, new donors and fees. Okay, and then next, the disbursement report are sent 4 business days after each run, as we discussed. And on the disbursement report, you'll see information about there's a recurring period versus a live period, which is scheduled gifts versus real-time gifts. The disbursement report is broken down by appeal summary breakdown and ACH and credit card breakdown. And then you can have a brief synopsis of the recurring period, which is the draft once a month, and then the live period where you have either parishioners doing a live transaction, processing a one-time gift. Those are under the live period, which are pretty much indicated on the disbursement report. 5, indicated on the disbursement report, you'll see suspended users. Details currently suspended users. This is where on Faith Direct we break down on the disbursement after what takes the 4 business days to send you the disbursement report. We collect all the declines in the report, and then we mark who is currently suspended. And those suspenders are indicated on the bottom of the disbursement report in very full detail each month. Okay, next, donor notes are available at the end of the report. Many times donors will specify where they would like their funds to go, or what their gifts are for, or that their gift was made in honor of, in memory of someone. So I do highly recommend for all church staff who receives the disbursement report to really pay attention to donor notes, because that is the section of the report that if your parishioner doesn't enroll online and they set up their contributions, any collection they would like to add names or send a note to you, that will be indicated on the disbursement report under donor notes. Okay, and next, the disbursement report manages all individual transaction issues, including confidential donor notifications of non-sufficient funds, credit cards, declines, and expiring credit cards. This is talking basically about Faith Direct conducts a follow-up in order to make sure every parishioner's account is continuously active. So what we do as a process is that once the process of the debit is done, Faith Direct does a follow-up with contacting every account holder either by email or by letter to inform them of the notification of their account currently not being active, and we make sure we are reprocessing funds for those specific accounts. And we also notify the account holder for any expiring credit cards, and we make sure we do this process up to 6 months in order to make sure all accounts are active and current. Last, you'll see the end of year individual contribution statements for tax purposes. Every client is provided a tax statement each year, and so the church does have an option of providing us the notification how they would like for us to send out those tax statements. Okay, so let's continue on to the next page. On the next page, we have samples of the Faith Direct disbursement report. It's a breakdown of 4 different components of the disbursement report. You have the main portion where it breaks down all the different totals of the disbursement report, all your credit card fees, your fee, the total disbursed to your bank account. Over to the right-hand side, you see under the appeal summary breakdown. It breaks down all your credit card and your ACH accounts. And then next, the donor names. That was where we was mentioning, talking about all the different notes that I recommend church staff pays attention to. That is the portion where you can see if any of your parishioners are sending the church staff a note, and specifically about a certain collection. And last, the example of how it would look if any of your parishioners are currently marked as suspended in the right-hand bottom corner. Okay, next we are going to get into import files portion of the Faith Direct program. When churches first begin with the Faith Direct program, import files is an option to you. Okay, the purpose of an import file allows parish staff to import contributions into their database. For those churches who would like to keep accurate records in their church system, we can set you up for import files, and this will allow you to export information from our system into your system. Okay, and then there is a standard template available for most parish data systems. However, we can work with many softwares, but if we don't have, we can always create a file for that software. So like I said, this import file is optional. You don't have to use this process, but we always do recommend, if you'd like to keep an accurate giving history, and export the information from our system into your system. And this will allow you to have the option of maybe sending out one tax statement at the end of the year instead of one from Faith Direct and one from your church. Next, we can provide a detailed and user-friendly instructions for setting up import files. Okay, so for those parish staff that does not have the manual and the instructions for import files, you can always let us know and we can make sure you have those. Okay, next, under program communication portion of the Faith Direct program, as an ongoing client, we always want to make sure that we are constantly promoting the program and in promoting enrollment and in helping churches increase giving. Okay, and how we do that is through anniversary mailings. And the first part of anniversary mailings is that we contact our parishes once a year and ask if they would like to do an anniversary mailing. And if they want to do an anniversary mailing, because anniversary mailings is optional, and as we indicated, there is no additional cost for anniversary mailings. However, the process is to start an anniversary mailing. It consists of customizing letters or postcard mailing, and we make sure we send all those materials to the church to have reviewed and approved by certain church administrative staff. And once all those materials are approved by staff, we make sure that your mailings are sent out and appear to be sent from the church. Okay, So those suggested materials for the mailings consist of letters or postcards, the enrollment form, email, text that can be personalized by the parish. So, and all the mailings do consist of an email that we can send out, and those emails can be customized, as it says. Next, at the time of each mailing, all parishes are responsible for communicating all the collection, campaign, or diocese changes to Faith Direct for the enrollment forms. Okay, at the time of all anniversary mailings, we always want to make sure we have the most recent approval of the enrollment forms. This makes sure that our system is updated with all your collections and that they are all correct in the correct months, and we are processing the correct collections. Okay, and then next are if parishes receive enrollment forms at their parish from parishioners after an anniversary mailing is sent, we always recommend to forward all enrollment forms that are collected at churches to our secured P.O. box address that's indicated on the form for processing, or you're always welcome to fax them to our Faith Direct main office. Okay? And next, as indicated earlier, there's no additional cost to the parish for anniversary mailings. This is an ongoing service from Faith Direct and included in your fee. And this is mailing that hopefully would increase enrollment into the program and increase giving. Okay, and unless there's an additional special mailing request from the parish, that's the only time that there would be an additional cost for the anniversary mailing. Other than that, there's normally no additional costs for the anniversary mailings through our program. Last, Mass talking points to promote the program at Sunday Mass at the time of each anniversary mailing. This consists of, at the time we do the anniversary mailing, and once it's sent out, normally the mailings will take a specific time frame to arrive in parishioners' homes. We always welcome all the pastors of the church to utilize these Mass talking points at Mass so they can promote the program around the time that the mailing is due to arrive in parishioners' homes. Because we always strongly suggest that all pastors of the program who are using the program at their church is to ongoingly, consistently promote the Faith Direct program utilizing these Mass talking points. Okay? So next, you see some samples of the anniversary letter we send out when the anniversary mailing, like I said, it consists of either a 2-letter mailing to the non-enrolled and enrolled, or a postcard to the non-enrolled and enrolled. And those are samples of the letter, one of the letters over to the left, and you see a sample of the postcard over to your right, and along with another sample of the enrollment form that would go with the mailing. Okay? Next, we have the program and the portion of the program communication. Customized emails, bulletin announcements, and monthly newsletters. Faith Direct, we have the capability of customizing emails that will promote a special parish event, i.e. for Christmas and or Easter Mass schedule upon request of parishes. Any parish, if they have special events or if they want to announce a special Christmas or Easter schedule, we can create and customize an email for that specific parish if they would wish, and as long as they provide us with the specific information, we can customize and send out an email, and that's at any time throughout the year on an ongoing, consistent basis. Next, parishioners can be sent custom emails to introduce new contributions. At the time when you begin the program, any parish begins the program, we start the program off by doing a mailing and emails. Email blasts can be conducted on an ongoing basis for our parishes at any time if they want to promote a specific contribution that they are doing and special asking for. As long as, once again, the church provides us with the specific people that they would like to receive the email, we can do emails at any time that can introduce new contributions. Next, emails can be personalized and can appear to come from the parish or from Faith Direct. So if you're a parish that is specifically concerned about bombarding your parishioners with emails and you want to make sure that they receive an email from you, the pastor, we can customize and personalize the email to make the email appear that it is coming from the parish. Okay? And the next, we can provide sample seasonal bulletin notes for parishes upon request. These seasonal bulletin notes, as we all know, during the summer months, attendance of church tends to drop off. So Faith Direct, in order to help churches consistently maintain a certain giving amount and enrollment, we can provide sample seasonal notes that can help continuously promote the program throughout the summer months, the slower summer months, or throughout the year at any time. You need bulletin notes that you can put in your bulletin throughout the year. Next, sends a monthly informative program newsletter. This informative program newsletter is sent the Tuesday before the first Sunday of every month. Our Faith Direct newsletter can consist of several things. It consists of informing churches in regards to all the great Faith Direct programs that we have here, and announcing new and upcoming events at Faith Direct and things that they can utilize through Faith Direct, and new programs and new things that would be going on and that they can participate in. And this monthly newsletter can also be utilized for Faith Direct, how we communicate with our churches with announcing new and upcoming portions of our website. Okay, and last, monthly payment reminder emails. This monthly payment reminder email is sent to our account holders, all churches who are utilizing Faith Direct, and all their parishioners who are enrolled, who has emails on file. They will get a monthly reminder email a few days before they're drafted. This email will give a breakdown to each person of what they're currently giving to and the amount total that they will be debited for on their draft date. And this email is sent around the 30th or the 1st of each month, okay? And that same payment reminder email we can customize at parish's request, okay? So if you churches would like to customize the payment reminder emails, you can always contact us at our 800 number, and we can give you more detailed information about customizing your payment reminder emails, okay? Next, last but not least, Faith Direct staff is capable of addressing your parish and donating parishioners' needs with our customer service department that can be reached via our toll-free number, or by email, or by fax, or website, okay? And as you can see, our toll-free number at 866-507-8757, our general email box at info@faithdirect.net, our fax number 703-519-2024, 2034, and our website is www.faithdirect.net. And you can chat with customer service rep via our website during our normal office hours of 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I hope this gave you the basic 101 information about Faith Direct, and those answered some of those frequently asked questions that normally that parish staff has. If we did not answer any of those frequently asked questions you may have, you can feel free to contact us at that 866-507-8757 number during those our business hours. I appreciate you listening to our Faith Direct 101 webinar, and take care and have a good day.